the White House has made a groundbreaking announcement that is set to impact millions of Americans. A historic $2.8 billion funding package has been introduced through a series of executive orders, specifically aimed at providing financial relief to Social Security and SSDI recipients. Signed on February 14, 2025, this initiative promises direct payments to those who rely on these benefits the most. The stimulus package is expected to reach every corner of the country, offering much-needed economic support. Many are now asking who qualifies for these payments and how much they can expect to receive. Every essential detail regarding this development will be covered thoroughly to ensure that recipients and their families understand the full scope of this financial relief program. The government has introduced this financial aid package to address the growing economic hardships faced by Social Security and SSDI recipients. Unlike previous broad-based stimulus programs, this initiative is specifically designed to support retirees and disabled individuals who rely on fixed incomes. Over the past year, inflation has surged to record levels, significantly increasing the cost of living. Essential expenses such as food, housing, and utilities have become more difficult to afford. Healthcare costs have also risen, placing an even greater financial burden on those who depend on medical services and prescription medications. For many recipients, Social Security benefits serve as their primary or sole source of income. With prices continuing to climb, their purchasing power has steadily declined, making it increasingly difficult to cover everyday expenses. This stimulus package is the government's response to these challenges, ensuring that financial assistance reaches those who need it the most. Unlike the broad stimulus measures introduced during the COVID-19 era, which provided relief to a wider population, this program is focused on addressing the needs of retirees and disabled individuals. Policymakers have recognized the unique struggles faced by these groups and have taken action to provide immediate relief through direct payments that will help them navigate these difficult times. The stimulus package is designed to provide financial relief to a specific group of individuals who rely on Social Security and disability benefits. To qualify for this payment, recipients must be actively receiving Social Security, SSDI, or SSI benefits. Their benefits must have been approved and disbursed before January 2025 to ensure that the assistance reaches those who have been consistently dependent on these programs. Unlike previous stimulus checks, this initiative does not require a lengthy or complicated application process. Eligible individuals will automatically receive their payments based on the information already available within government records. The income restrictions for this program are more lenient compared to earlier stimulus initiatives. This approach ensures that the majority of Social Security and SSDI recipients qualify for assistance without having to navigate unnecessary financial barriers. However, there are certain exclusions. Those who have not yet started receiving Social Security benefits, even if they have recently applied, may not be eligible. Additionally, individuals whose incomes exceed the adjusted limits outlined in the executive orders may not qualify for the full payment or may be excluded from the program entirely. The primary objective of this stimulus package is to provide immediate relief to those who need it the most. By focusing on individuals who are already enrolled in these programs, the government ensures that the funds reach vulnerable citizens without delays. This targeted approach reflects an effort to support retirees and disabled individuals who have been disproportionately impacted by economic instability. The amount each eligible recipient will receive under this stimulus package is determined by a tiered system, making it different from previous broad-based stimulus payments. Unlike past programs that provided a fixed amount to all recipients, this initiative considers multiple factors to ensure that those facing the greatest financial hardships receive proportionate support. The base payment will be a standard amount that all eligible Social Security and SSDI recipients will receive. However, additional funds will be allocated to individuals with dependents or those facing significant financial difficulties. Several factors will influence the exact amount each recipient will receive. Household size plays a key role, with larger households qualifying for higher payments. Income levels will also be considered, but the eligibility criteria have been structured to ensure that most Social Security and SSDI recipients qualify. Additionally, cost of living variations across different regions will be accounted for, ensuring that those residing in high-cost areas receive additional financial support. This approach marks a shift from the one-size-fits-all strategy that characterized previous stimulus payments. By adopting a tiered system, the government aims to distribute funds in a way that is more equitable and effective. Individuals in states with higher living expenses will receive larger payments to compensate for the increased cost of essential goods and services. This ensures that recipients, regardless of their location, receive meaningful relief that reflects their financial reality. By considering multiple factors, this stimulus package is designed to provide targeted assistance where it is needed the most. The distribution of the stimulus package will be managed by the Internal Revenue Service in close coordination with the Social Security Administration. These agencies have been tasked with ensuring that payments reach eligible recipients efficiently and securely. By utilizing existing payment systems, the government aims to minimize delays and streamline the process so that funds are disbursed without requiring recipients to take additional steps. This approach ensures that financial assistance is delivered as quickly as possible to those who rely on Social Security and SSDI benefits. The method of payment will depend on how recipients currently receive their Social Security benefits. Those who have set up direct deposit for their regular benefits will receive their stimulus payments electronically, allowing them to access the funds almost immediately once processing begins. Individuals who receive their benefits by mail will be sent paper checks, which may take a little longer to arrive. Additionally, some recipients may receive prepaid debit cards, particularly if they do not have a traditional bank account. The first round of payments is scheduled to begin on February 14, 2025. The distribution process will follow the same structure as regular Social Security payments, ensuring an organized and predictable rollout. Payments will be sent alphabetically by last name, which will help manage the volume of transactions and prevent delays. Most recipients are expected to receive their funds within the first 2 weeks of the distribution process, though minor delays may occur due to processing times or banking issues. To assist recipients in tracking their payments, the IRS will launch an online portal where individuals can check their payment status and estimated arrival date. This system is designed to provide transparency and allow beneficiaries to stay informed about their stimulus checks. The government is also providing a step-by-step guide to help recipients navigate the process and ensure they receive their payments without complications. The immediate impact of this stimulus package will be felt by millions of Social Security and SSDI recipients who have been struggling with rising costs. With inflation continuing to drive up the price of essentials, many individuals on fixed incomes have found it increasingly difficult to cover their daily expenses. This financial relief will help alleviate the burden of winter utility bills, groceries, and necessary medical expenses, ensuring that recipients can afford basic necessities without having to make difficult financial decisions. Beyond providing direct assistance to individuals, this stimulus package is expected to have a broader economic impact. When recipients receive additional financial support, they tend to spend it immediately on essential goods and services, which in turn benefits local businesses. Increased consumer spending contributes to economic growth by stimulating demand, creating jobs, and supporting small businesses that rely on a steady flow of customers. This ripple effect strengthens local economies and contributes to overall financial stability. In the long term, this targeted stimulus initiative could set a precedent for future financial aid programs. Policymakers may consider similar measures in times of economic hardship to provide direct relief to vulnerable populations. The success of this program could lead to discussions about more permanent financial support mechanisms, such as cost of living adjustments or recurring aid for Social Security recipients. This initiative aligns with the Biden administration's broader economic policies, which focus on Social Security funding and long-term economic stability. By prioritizing the financial well-being of retirees and disabled individuals, the administration aims to create a more resilient economy while ensuring that the most vulnerable citizens receive the support they need. To ensure a smooth and timely receipt of the stimulus payment, recipients must take a few important steps. One of the most critical actions is verifying banking information with the Social Security Administration. Those who receive their Social Security benefits through direct deposit should confirm that their banking details are correct, especially if they have recently changed banks or switched accounts. Keeping this information updated will prevent unnecessary delays and ensure that funds are deposited directly without complications. Recipients should also be cautious about potential scams related to stimulus payments. Fraudsters often take advantage of financial aid programs by posing as government representatives. It is important to remember that the Internal Revenue Service and the Social Security Administration will never call, email, or text asking for personal or banking information. Any unsolicited messages requesting sensitive details should be ignored and reported immediately to the appropriate authorities. The government will send official letters detailing the payment, and recipients should check their mail for these notices. Any communication that appears suspicious or requests additional verification should be treated with caution. Reporting fraudulent activity can help prevent scams from affecting other beneficiaries. For those who have questions about their payments, several resources are available. The IRS and Social Security hotlines can provide official updates and address concerns. Local senior centers and community organizations are also offering support for individuals who may need assistance verifying their payment status. Additionally, the government is providing free online resources to help recipients track their stimulus payments and confirm their eligibility without confusion. Many recipients have concerns about how this stimulus payment may impact their existing benefits. It is important to clarify that this payment is entirely supplemental and will not affect regular Social Security or SSDI benefits. Recipients will continue to receive their usual payments without any reductions or changes. Another common question is whether the stimulus money will be taxed. These payments are not considered taxable income, meaning recipients will not have to report them on their tax returns or worry about any deductions. There is no need to apply for this stimulus payment. Eligible individuals will automatically receive their funds through the same method they currently use to receive Social Security benefits. However, if a payment has not been received by March, recipients should contact the Internal Revenue Service for assistance in tracking their funds. For those who receive Social Security benefits on behalf of someone else, such as a dependent or disabled individual, the designated guardian or representative payee will receive the stimulus payment on behalf of the beneficiary. The executive orders that authorize this stimulus package include provisions to evaluate its overall impact. If the program proves successful in providing meaningful relief to Social Security and SSDI recipients, it could set a precedent for additional support in future economic downturns. Policymakers will closely analyze its effectiveness and consider whether similar measures should be implemented again when financial hardships arise. There is also increasing discussion about potential long-term policy changes. Many advocacy groups and lawmakers are calling for permanent financial relief for fixed-income seniors and disabled citizens. Bipartisan discussions are already underway regarding Social Security expansion and adjustments to benefits that better reflect the rising cost of living. These conversations may lead to structural changes that provide more consistent financial security for beneficiaries. Public response to this stimulus package will play a crucial role in shaping future decisions. The government is monitoring how recipients use these funds and encourages individuals to share feedback through official channels to help determine the necessity of similar programs in the future. This $2.8 billion stimulus package marks one of the most significant financial relief efforts for Social Security and SSDI recipients in recent years. By addressing the challenges of rising costs and economic instability, the government is taking active steps to support vulnerable populations who rely on these benefits. Ensuring that recipients receive this financial assistance smoothly remains a priority, and staying informed is essential. Verifying payment details and remaining cautious of scams will help prevent any disruptions in receiving funds. For continued updates on Social Security benefits and financial news, subscribing and turning on notifications will ensure that recipients stay ahead of new developments. Engaging with this information by liking, commenting, and sharing will help spread awareness, ensuring that more people understand their eligibility and know how to access their payments efficiently.